Hello, welcome to blog number 15. I am in St. Charles, Missouri. Hello from St. Charles, Missouri. I'm currently here waiting for the METC conference to start in the morning. I'm doing 2 sessions tomorrow on Tuesday. One is on open educational resources with Dr. Westphal from Liberty Public Schools, and then I'm also giving one on 3D printing in the classroom. I just set up my 3D printer up in my room and 3D printed a couple of examples. This is one that I'll do real quick tomorrow. I always like to do a demo when I'm doing a 3D printing session during the session, but typically most sessions are about 50 minutes long. So I do one that's usually a print of about 20 minutes or so, and I tend to do one that's kind of thin, has just a little bit of text on it, usually something that relates back to the conference, but just to give everybody an idea of kind of how to set it up and how easy it is. So that's what I've done so far tonight. I drove in after teaching today, and it's about a little under 4 hours from Liberty to St. Charles. St. Charles is basically St. Louis, and just kind of sitting down here in the lounge, getting ready. Want to do a vlog on kind of a regular basis, so I thought I would film something today. And I finished a project I've been working on for the last several weeks, and so I wanted to share that with you on the blog today. And that is my video for my Apple Distinguished Educator application. If you're not familiar with the AED program, essentially about every 2 years or so, Apple has a institute where they have people apply, and then you can be selected to attend one of these institutes. It's a great professional development. I have several friends that have become ADEs over the years, and I really wanted to apply for this. I did not in 2015. I was finishing up my doctorate, and I had a month-long commitment at Mount Vernon as a research fellow there, and that conflicted with the possibility of the ADE application deadline and when things were happening. So I decided to wait until this year, and so I've been thinking about it and working on it for the last several weeks. And even though it's due on the 15th, I was able to submit it yesterday, a couple days early. Something that's kind of a little bit unusual for me when it comes to applications. But I was able to finish the video, hit submit on it, and felt really good about it. So I wanted to share the video with you and talk about it just a little bit on the vlog today. Probably the most critical part of the ADE application is the 2-minute video. So you have 2 minutes to essentially talk about how you're using technology and innovation in the classroom, how you collaborate with other teachers, how you use innovative techniques with your students. So it's quite the challenge to be able to do that in just 2 minutes. They also obviously would like something that's somewhat unique and something interesting. So what I decided to do was to make my 2-minute video essentially like a graphic novel. So I took different pictures that I had of students doing things in my classroom, and then I went and used an app on the iPad called Comic Book, and it allows you to put little thought bubbles and speech bubbles, and then it also makes the picture look like a graphic novel. So I took roughly about 20 of those pictures and did that to each of the frames, did a little bit of an intro at the beginning, and then kind of told the story using those different panels, and then did a little wrap-up video at the end. So here's my 2-minute ADE application video. Hi Apple, my name is Eric, and this is my story. I teach 8th grade at Discovery Middle School in Liberty, Missouri. I teach U.S. history, student broadcasting, and technology. That's right, I am proud to be a true history geek. I'd like to live in the space where technology and history collide. All of my students have a MacBook Air, and we use them mostly to create. They produce their own documentaries on iMovie, design historical models for the 3D printer, and use primary resources to conquer Revolutionary War breakout games. Our broadcasting classes use iMovie to produce a weekly news program. We also use GarageBand and green screens to enhance our videos. Last year I felt as though I needed to walk the talk, so I started my own vlog. I use iMovie to produce the History Geek Teacher vlog, and it keeps my skills sharp. I enjoy collaborating with other teachers. In July of 2005, I uploaded my first Speaking of History podcast to iTunes, and I also blog, and my dissertation topic was how history teachers use Twitter to collaborate. I've presented over 200 sessions at workshops regionally and nationally. So, why do I want to be an ADE? Each of my students has a MacBook, and I owe it to them to work with the best to learn how we can maximize it for our classroom. Thanks for watching my video. I really hope to be an ADE in 2017 so I can continue my story. Thanks. So there's the video that I submitted 2 days ago. It'll be several weeks at least until I hear anything back. So right now, I guess I just have to sit back and think good thoughts, cross my fingers, and hope that possibly my dream of becoming an ADE will become true. But hopefully you like the video. If you have any comments or questions, I really enjoyed the comic book app. It's something that I will definitely use in the future. It is a paid app. I believe it was around $3 or so. And then some of the stickers that you can put on are those little like thought bubbles or things that say BAM and WOW and those kinds of things. You can purchase those. I think it's like 99 cents for like about 50 of them or so. But it's a great app. I would love to use it with students. And even my daughters talked about possibly wanting to do something. And I've done a lot with graphic novels lately as far as reading. So it's kind of cool to be able to create something with that. So let me know if you have any comments. As always, you can find us online at historygeekteacher.com. And remember, history is so much more than just a bunch of boring old dead guys. Until next time, bye.